I just said that. Speakers suck.
Awesome. Let's go keep going.
Yeah, what I was going to ask is, my question to you, or my claim, is that Mormonism, or in terms of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, is more historically accurate than Protestantism.
Well, you're more aggressive than I would be. First of all, I love Mormons. I've said that forever. Discussion. Mormons, by the way, I love how Mormons have more kids than they can afford. I think it's time for Mormons. You gotta get your mojo back. No more of this LGBT stuff. We need a strong Mormon church back in this country, right? Crowd right there. Let me just continue. I love how Mormons send missionaries around the world. I love how polite you are. I have my team is Mormon. Terrell's a Mormon. Andrew's a Mormon. Mormons are great people. So everything I say, everybody, I'm an evangelical Christian. We're going to have fun with this, but I'm not one of those guys that hates on Mormons or calls names on Mormons. Cool? All right? What evidence do you have for that claim?
So I would say that first off, Protestant claim really works off more of the reforms back in the 1500s based on
He also didn't answer the question, but it's okay. Yeah, this isn't. He's still. You gotta be kidding me. Okay.
Okay, where's the archaeological evidence for the defense?
There's a lot of archaeological evidence.
No, answer the question. Where is the...
Less than 1% has been excavated in the Americas, and specifically in Central America and all that stuff, where some of this is mostly claimed to happen. We have a lot of archaeological stuff, studies and stuff like that happening in the Middle East, which is why we know as much as we do.
Right, so without kind of the word salad, where is the evidence? Where are the defense? There's nothing, right? Yeah, where's the evidence for the Lamanites?
Yeah, I would say
No, hold on. You said evidence. You said that you think that LDS has more evidence. I just named two critical parts of the evidence. Let me finish, not interrupting. And there's no evidence for either.
Yes.
Where are the golden tablets?
they were taking a different way.
Got it. How many of the people who originally followed Joseph Smith continue to follow him throughout of the 11 that saw the golden tablets?
Yeah, they never did not.
Hold on, 5 out of the 11 stopped following him.
They never recounted their testimony of seeing the angel. Relevance to Christianity around the parts of Christianity was the concept of testimonies.
Because Jesus said it was a fact. Well, hold on. When you resurrect from the dead, I'm going to trust you when it comes to Scripture. Muhammad did not rise from the dead. Muhammad was a child-molesting, gun-mongering maniac.
So we're going to take that into account. We got Romulus, who's supposedly resurrected. We got Apollonius of Tyana, who Eusebius talks about, who reads Jesus almost identically in the first century, who preached a lot of the same things, live after the spiritual realm, worship God, who's revered to the Son of God, born of a virgin, born with
Romulus resurrected? What are you talking about?
No, Romulus was ascended into, that's a tradition.
What Christian tradition is that?
I'm talking about Apollonius.
we're talking about Christianity. Where's the Christian belief
No,
or evidence?
Christianity is a picking and choosing.
No, it's not. I'm saying that Jesus Christ is Lord.
You made a resurrection.
Jesus Christ being Lord, He established.
You're saying this already. You made a resurrection.
Okay.
People resurrect.
I think you're interrupting a little too much, okay? So again, we have just theological differences. Galatians 1, are you familiar with Galatians 1? It says, what is it? It says, even if an angel comes to you and says that it adds to the gospel, do not believe the angel. So, didn't Paul warn about potential angels coming in?
Tell me the context of Galatians 1. Well, who is Paul and Barnabas teaching to?
The Church of Galatia,
No, who are they specifically confronting?
heresies in the church at the time.
Church, right? Okay, so I'll tell you, because apparently there's Bible content here. So Paul is preaching to the Judaizers and they're teaching circumcision. Paul taught that circumcision was no longer necessary. So he came and said, well, basically the Judaizers said, go and confront Peter, James, and John in Jerusalem on this matter, which they did at the Council of Jerusalem. So here's the thing.
Look,
No. So is Paul teaching about an angel?
No, guys, look, we just have a different worldview. I believe the Word of God is complete. I do not believe that God the Father, the Spirit, and the Son are separate. I believe they are one in the Trinity. And I would like to use our valuable time with our wonderful LDS friends to talk about these other things. And again, I would just ask you, as you continue in your journey of faith, show me the core evidence of why you believe what you believe, specifically archaeologically. And I think that's an important thing you need to pray about. You can ask one last question, but I think the further we go down this, the audience gets more and more of the impression I'm against LDS, which I'm really not.
No, you're good,
So
you're good, yeah.
I don't want to spend too much time on that because I think other scholars might be.
When you say that the fundamental claim of Christianity is on the basis of the death, burial, and resurrection of Christ.
In addition to the creation of the world.
And the creation, all right, so are those objectable things you can prove with
Yes.
empirical evidence?
Yes.
How?
Well, the empty tomb. The over 500 witnesses that saw the resurrected Jesus. Let me finish. The Apostle Paul, the Gospel of Luke, the female witnesses, which if you were going to make up the resurrection, you wouldn't use female witnesses. Even external biblical evidence, such as Josephus and the Talmud, even acknowledged that early followers of Christianity, they believed in the resurrected Christ. The 41 creeds of the early believers that are incorporated in the New Testament that talked about the resurrected Christ, not to mention 1 Corinthians 5 and 15. So that's all pretty amazing evidence, not just intra-biblical evidence, but extra-biblical evidence that Jesus Christ was a real person, he lived a perfect life, he was crucified, died, and rose on the third day, and he is Lord, and God over all, Christ is King.
I don't think you know the consensus of scholars.
Well, hold on. Josephus was a non-Christian scholar.
Is it true?
Well, he was a Roman Jewish scholar.
Not a Christian.
Right, that's the point, is that it proved it. The audience, I think, wants you to move on. God bless you. I love Mormons. Thank you so much. Hello.
Hi. Yeah, this is working. Hey, Charlie. Hey, hopefully we're going to have a little bit more disagreement. Alright. Hi, yeah, so just wanted to, a few weeks ago, is that good? You want me to continue? Alright, great. Alright, a few weeks ago there was a transgender mass shooter, and ever since then, about 3 weeks later, the Trump DOJ said that we should start talking about revoking gun rights for transgender Americans. I think you're supporting this decision. Yes, is that what you said? All right, great. So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.